Hey guys, what is going on? Welcome back to Mark's Tech. So obviously we have a pretty big unboxing to go over. Instead of making two videos, I thought that I would put these two in a single video. For those of you who are looking for the iPad unboxing, just go ahead and skip to the time on the screen and that'll take you straight there. But right now we are going to do the unboxing of the 13 Pro Max. I cannot wait to test out that 120 Hz display, even though Android has had it for God knows how long. So for the first time, there is no plastic wrap on the actual iPhone box. It comes in a very plain looking box, but you do have those little pull tabs on the top and on the bottom. And now for the moment of truth. Oh, I already love the color. So my first impression is that, okay, this thing is kind of a really hefty big boy. Another thing we get in the box, and it's not a lot, is just your paperwork over here along with your Apple stickers, and then a USB-C to Lightning cable. Yes, unfortunately, one end is still Lightning. Come on, Apple. So putting the 12 Pro Max and the 13 Pro Max side by side, we clearly see that the camera array on the 13 Pro Max is literally massive. It is the biggest camera rings that I've seen as far as I can remember. I mean, if you guys know any other phones that are more than this, let me know. Comparing the colors, I really prefer the new Sierra Blue. It just looks a little bit more refreshing. It kind of feels like a summer vibe going on. Last year's is obviously darker. It's not bad either. I mean, this is still a very good color. But I don't know, man. The Sierra Blue is just really, it's so nice. It kind of reminds me of like the water in Hawaii or something. But in terms of the actual weight, yeah, the 13 Pro Max is considerably heavier. I mean, you definitely feel the difference. I think this comes in at 240 grams. Meanwhile, this is like 225 or 210, something like that. I'll have it on the screen as well. But this is 240 grams. I mean, it is big, and that's not even counting the case. The borders are still stainless steel, which I'm not the biggest fan of. I wish they would do it matte, because as you guys can see, I've had this phone out for about like what 2-3 minutes, and it's already dirty as heck. I don't know if you guys can see the difference on camera, but yeah, they are big. So let's go ahead and turn this on and see how Apple did promotion with this year's iPhone. Is it gonna be even smoother than Android phones, considering that iPhone's animations are already smooth even at 60 Hz? I guess we'll find out. I'm really liking this new iOS 15 splash screen. Whenever you're first starting up the phone, you get a hello in multiple languages. Looks nice. And let's go ahead and select English, United States. And I am actually going to be setting this phone up as a brand new iPhone. I'm not going to be transferring over all my apps and data from my old iPhone because I kind of just want it to feel new, if that makes sense. So let me go ahead. Actually, hang on. I didn't even talk about the notch. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's actually considerably smaller. Let me bring over my old iPhone. So if we compare the notches, you can clearly see that the iPhone 13, I would say it looks even more than 20% smaller. I mean, that is a considerable difference. So anyway, guys, as I was saying, let me go ahead and set this phone up and then we will continue the first impressions. And now the iPhone is fully set up. I'm really excited to test out that new camera. In fact, right now you guys should be seeing some test photos that I'm going to take after shooting this video. So you guys let me know if they look good, do they look bad. I'm just super excited to see how they perform at night with that larger sensor. The 120 Hz is finally here. It looks good. Obviously you guys can't see it because this video is not being recorded in, well, 120 Hz. But take my word for it, it's very smooth. Also new for all iPhone 13 models is photographic styles. This is not the same thing as a filter. This is actually adding a specific style to the photos, all while keeping your skin looking natural as possible. So you can have a standard type of style, which I'm going to keep it on standard. For those of you who like kind of high contrast or rich contrast, you got that. You also got the vibrant for all you Galaxy lovers out there. You got the warm look and the cool look. But again, I'm going to stick with standard. Overall, I cannot wait to do a full review of this phone. There's just so much to go over. And that review is going to be coming up shortly. So now that we got the iPhone out of the way, let's go ahead and bring over the iPad mini. Funny enough, this thing has shrink wrap on it, unlike the iPhone. And now with the shrink wrap gone, we see the full box. And by the way, thanks to Everyday Dad for pointing this out. I never knew this. If you guys look at the design, I just thought it was swirls. I just, you know, like a paintbrush swirl. But no. It actually freaking says mini on it. I didn't know that. So again, shout out to Everyday Dad for showing us that on his video. That's pretty awesome. That's nice attention to detail. So now let's go ahead and actually open it. There we go. So the mini does have paper all over it, front and back. And I did order the purple one because I don't know if you guys noticed this or not, but hey, I kind of like purple, but I don't like a purple that is too vibrant. And I don't know if you guys can see this from the video, but it's only really purple if this light is shining on it. Other than that, it looks kind of hang on, let me get a clear view. Yeah, it just kind of looks like a very slight shimmer of purple. So if you guys are worried about it being like very vibrant purple, yeah, don't worry about it. This is also the first iPad to have a camera bump, and I will also be putting on screen the photos from the iPad mini for those of you that are maybe wondering. So in the box of the iPad mini, surprisingly enough, guess what? We have a freaking charger block. Apple, why don't your iPhones have it? Okay. And you also get your USB-C to USB-C cable. Well, at least we got something USB-C. So let's go ahead and turn this iPad on. I think this will be... I definitely think that I'm actually going to be using this. I actually bought this for my mother. So mom, if you're watching this, sorry, I might keep it because this thing is actually pretty awesome. So as always, guys, let me go ahead and set this thing up and then we'll go ahead and talk about it. All right, guys, so the iPad is now fully set up, and the one thing I'm not really a big fan of is that there's a whole lot of wasted space on both sides and on the top. Yeah, you know, it's the same thing on the iPad Pro and just the normal iPad. But since this screen is so small, it makes it look even more weird with that border. But overall, I mean, I can understand why someone would want to pick this up. First of all, it is very light. Okay, again, I'm gonna put the actual weight on screen so you guys can see. It is a really light device. It's small. It's very portable. So I mean, yeah, I can understand why people would like this, but my thing is the price, right? I mean, at the end of the day, the price is what really matters. For 500 bucks, 64 gigs, I mean, I don't know. What do you guys think? How about that? Let me know. Also, a new change is the volume keys are actually on the top of the device. No longer are they on the side. On the right hand side, you do get your Touch ID, and on the left hand side, obviously, is the volume up and down. Now, the cool thing about this is the right button is volume up and the left button is volume down. But if I change the orientation this way, it's still going to be up is up and down is down. But if I flip it this way, whatever button is facing up is going to be volume up. So the volume keys change depending on how you hold your device. Now this does have an LCD instead of OLED, and it is 60 Hertz instead of 120 Hertz, which, you know, come on, that kind of makes sense. All I know is for those of you who love to read books on their iPads or on their tablets, this is the perfect size. This right here. It's basically in the shape of your average kind of reading book. Another good thing about having a small iPad is that you can actually type comfortably with two hands. You can basically text like you normally would text. That's another thing I really like, because with my iPad Pro 11-inch, you can't really do that comfortably. So I like this form factor. The selfie camera is now ultra wide, so if I zoom out, you should be able to see a lot. Like you can actually see me in a very, very distorted angle. So now let me go ahead and take a photo. And you guys should see it on the screen right now. Actually not bad. You know what? Damn. I was expecting worse from the iPad, but hey, you know what? Not bad. As far as your video modes go, you still got your pano, you got your square format, which I have no idea why it's still there. You get your normal photo mode, a video mode, slow motion, and time lapse. So guys, that's basically it. You got your brand new iPhone 13 Pro Max in that brand new color. You got the iPad in that beautiful, very, very, very subtle purple color. I mean, it's great, dude. It's not too bland looking and it's not too bright purple. It is like fantastic. But the one thing I'm gonna do with my iPhone 13 Pro Max is I'm gonna put a case on it because I was kind of stupid and I dropped this phone, the 12 Pro Max, without a case, and there is a crack on the screen. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. Yeah, right there. I'll put a circle or I'll zoom in or I'll do something, but there is a crack. Unfortunately, it did take a really big fall, so I'll give it that, but it is cracked. So a friend of mine on Twitter contacted me asking me if I want to review his case for the 13 Pro Max. I said, you know what? Hell yeah, give them to me. So this is a Kevlar style case. This is Kevlar right here, and the borders are aluminum, so it is an aluminum build. If I try squeezing just the case itself, this rubber right here will bend, but the actual case, I mean, it ain't going nowhere. So let me go ahead and put my iPhone inside here and definitely never have to worry about any cracks. Let's check out the what's it called? The power button. Oh, the power button's nice and clicky. The volume down and the volume up button is clicky. Everything looks nice. I mean, this is a pretty sick looking case. Good job, dude. Now, there's actually many designs to choose from. You can get this one, which is the same thing as the one I have on the iPhone, except the aluminum is black for a nice kind of stealthy look. Then you have this one right here, which is basically the same thing, except, well, it's see-through. And then you also got this one right here. So there's different case options, there's different case colors. Overall, really, really solidly built cases. Now, for those of you guys who want the absolute best protection for your brand new iPhone 13, this is the one to go for. There is padding on the inside, very nice, almost felt-like material. There's padding on here. You even have a kickstand on the back of the case. And overall, it's just a very mean looking case. I mean, you could probably run a car over this. Please don't do that. I did not try that out yet. And it comes with a kind of screen protector, which also has the plastic border that goes around, and it snaps nicely together with this right here. Guess what? 20 freaking bucks, okay? 20 bucks. I don't know what you guys want. For what you get, 20 bucks, that is not bad at all. So again, guys, getcaseborn.com, amazing cases. But personally, I am definitely going to be rocking this one right here. So guys, that's basically it. If you have any questions whatsoever, definitely drop me a comment down below and I'll answer you guys as soon as I can. This was Mark from Mark's Tech. Adios.